This year's legislative session has many bills pertaining to Summit Carbon Solutions project proposal. KX News' Adrian Oglesby has more on two of those bills.
Since the summer of 2022, I have been reporting on landowners who both oppose and are for the Summit Carbon Solutions pipeline project. To refresh your memory, the project plans to capture CO2 from 32 ethanol plants across 5 states, putting aggregated CO2 into a newly constructed pipeline system and deliver it to western North Dakota for injection and permanent storage. But for many North Dakotans, this is a plan they are not so fond of.
The industry in North Dakota is tying themselves to a very, very dangerous concept.
We don't want to sell, and we shouldn't be forced to sell.
The continued threat of eminent domain continued for well over a year and a half. I heard some testimony that they never heard anything about eminent domain. Well, they should have been in Castleton and they should have been in Morton, North Dakota for our informational meetings, because that's where it started.
And I don't think they should be able to take private land against our wishes for their private gain and force a hazardous pipeline on it. It's not for the public good.
Another question brought to the surface is who decides what the pipeline is good for, and what gain is there for not only the community of North Dakota, but landowners specifically? Well, those were the most recent opposing testimonies from North Dakotans during hearings for Senate Bills 2209 and 2212. Both bills relate to eminent domain, which is a fear for landowners. In summary, Bill 2209 would take 85% of landowner signatures for the project and then allow 15% to be made up and signed by the county to fill the gap. And Bill 2212 would remove the use of eminent domain in full.
The biggest argument for those opposed to the bill is that this is great for a state high in ag and energy, and that there have been proven projects to work before.
We're coming back to support a brand new industry that can change the face of North Dakota.
It will bring additional jobs and economic benefits to the state, has been talked, and the region.
It's traditional energy and modern agricultural industries that represent 70% of North Dakota's economy. If we take action and develop and deploy solutions like carbon capture, transportation, and storage, we can preserve our industries, spur new investment, and thrive in a low-carbon economy. But we have to act.
Executive Director of the project says that CO2 pipelines do in fact have access to eminent domain, but regardless of testimony saying otherwise, he says no one has been threatened with them for this specific project. The smaller projects in the Williston Basin area and Richardson were also noted as quote-unquote proof that the pipeline is possible. District 8 Senator Jeff Magrum, introducer of both bills, says though many did turn out, which was not a surprise, he was taken back by the fact that no one from the east side of the Missouri River opposed any of the related bills.
We'll take it up next week in our Energy and Natural Resources Committee. I think we have some hearings this week yet to take up, so we'll debate it out in committee and see what the rest of the committee members are thinking, and look at more amendments probably, and see what happens, I guess, and hopefully, I mean, we've taken a lot of good testimony to still digest, so to speak, because there's other documents I have not had time to look at, so looking forward to learning more of what people are thinking.
Reporting for KX News from the state capitol, this is an ongoing story. I'm Adrian Oglesby.
Senator Magrum says getting locals to the Capitol, what he calls the People's House, is what puts weight to these bills and shows what really matters to the public. To view our previous coverage on the Summit Carbon Solutions Pipeline project, visit kxnet.com.